Namaste. Welcome to Shuddha Vidya, a sacred space for mentoring, Jyotish, and meditation. This is a space where spiritual knowledge comes alive as wisdom and insight. So let's get going with the fourth Dhyana Shloka of Sri Dakshinamurti. This is a series on Sri Dakshinamurti, the primordial teacher form of Bhagavan Shiva. If you are coming upon this video for the first time and if you've not watched my previous ones, I urge you to first go and watch the introductory video on where I'm expounding on the spiritual significance of the form of Sri Dakshinamurti. Because if you have that understanding in the background, it will bring more depth and richness to your understanding of the Dhyana Shlokas. So now I'm going into the fourth Dhyana Shloka. As always, I will first chant it in Sanskrit and then I'll follow it up with an English interpretation. So let's go ahead. Gurave sarvalokanam bhishaje bhavaroginam Nidhaye sarva vidyanam Dakshinamurtaye namaha. So this shloka starts with extolling Sri Dakshinamurti as Gurave Sarva Lokanam. So the word Loka in Sanatana Dharma is loosely understood as realms, planes of existence. And Gurave Sarva Lokanam. He is the Guru for all the lokas. Typically, the common man's understanding in Sanatana Dharma is there are the lower lokas where the lower beings like asuras live. There is the mortal lokas of human beings, and there are the higher lokas where the divine beings live. But in my previous videos, I have gone a little deeper on the deeper significance of the word loka, which basically should be understood as different planes of your own consciousness, not like external realms or external planets, but planes of understanding, levels of understanding. As your understanding grows more rarefied and more expanded, you are advancing to sort of higher lokas within you. So Gurave Sarva Lokanam, he is the Guru. He is the silent illumination that illuminates all the lokas. And Bhishaje Bhavarogina. Bhavaroga is a very commonly used expression in many Sanatana Dharma literature. Bhava means existence, earthly existence specifically, samsaric existence, limited existence that is limited to the body, mind, that is limited to the polarities of life and death, pleasure and pain. So Bhava Roga, this is like a disease. This is like a disease that we are automatically endowed with, and we don't seem to know how to heal this. So this is like a primordial disease that human beings come with. Think of it like a genetically ingrained disease. You didn't do something to bring this upon yourself. You somehow fell prey to this illusion of separation, of being a separate ego self that is subject to life and death, to pleasure and pain and everything. And this ego self does not really know to cure this disease. It only somehow manages the symptoms. It chases pleasurable events. It tries to avoid painful events. It somehow just maintains status quo, but it does not really have the ultimate cure for this Bhavaroga, for this primordial disease. Bhishaje Bhavarogina. Bhishaja is medicine or the cure, the ultimate cure. So Sri Dakshinamurti, the embodiment of Atma Jnana, is Bhishaje Bhavarogina. To those who are afflicted and who have woken up to the reality that they're afflicted by Bhavaroga, by this primordial disease of sorrow, of limited existence. He is the supreme doctor, the supreme cure for them. He does not just manage symptoms, he ends the disease once and for all by imparting Atma Jnana, the profound wisdom of birthlessness and deathlessness. So, Gurave Sarva Lokanam, Bhishaje Bhavaroginam. He is the Guru in all planes of existence, in all planes of understanding, in all planes of consciousness. And he's the supreme cure, the supreme medicine for the incurable primordial disease of limited existence. Nidhaye sarva vidyanam. He is the wellspring of all vidyas, of all forms of understanding, be it the creative arts or the sciences. He is the wellspring of all that. So, in my previous videos, I have expounded on how all original insight, any new insight or understanding, has to only arise from that profound silence. It cannot arise from a previously existing database of knowledge. That new arising, that wave of insight arising from that silent space, is what we typically call an aha moment or a eureka moment. And once it arises, thereafter it begins to flow like a river. You can build upon it, you can expand it, you can expand the scope of that insight. But think of it like, somebody like an Albert Einstein, first coming upon that profound realization of relativity of time and space. That moment, that spark of understanding is coming from a very profound space. It does not come through just intellectual, analysis and rationalization. Once that spark of insight has arisen, thereafter you can build upon it. You can write a whole paper. You can write, thousands of people have written books on that, and that understanding has expanded. So it's exactly like a river first arising in its source. It just comes as a gurgle, as a bubble, as a trickle, and then it flows down the mountains, and it can be a very massive river like the Ganga or the Amazon. But the first arising, the first spark of insight, Dakshinamurti, is that Nidhaye Sarva Vidyana. He is that profound silence from which all original creative and scientific understanding first arises. Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. So Gurave Sarva Lokanam, the Guru in all planes of existence, in all realms of existence, in all realms of consciousness, Bhishaje Bhavaroginam, the supreme cure for the primordial disease of limited existence. Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam, the profound wellspring of all original understanding and insight. Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. To that Dakshinamurti, I bow down. So, this is a mantra I generally chant every day. I use this as a japa mantra. I meditate on this. I find this very profoundly meaningful. So I would also recommend this to those of you who are looking for a mantra or who want to meditate upon this profound form of Sri Dakshinamurti as the teacher. So you are welcome to chant this mantra. This does not require upadesha. So just chant Om Gurave Sarva Lokanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. So you can chant this on Thursdays. It's generally a day dedicated to Dakshinamurti. You can chant this all of the days of the week as well. So with this, I come to the end of the 4th Dhyana Shloka. And if you found this valuable, please like the video and please follow my page, follow me on Instagram. And I will see you again in my next video on the 5th Dhyana Shloka. For now, Namaste.